Hey everyone, welcome back to Dragon Age Origins. Before we move on to the DLC and all that, I want to take a look at the Landsmeet again. I'm not saving anything that I'm doing here, I just want to see because last time we were here, things went horribly wrong and I want to see how hard it is to actually get Alistair and Nora married. Because that's what I want, right? But then, I don't know, things just didn't turn out that way. I brought Troy here just to see what would happen because apparently that's a good thing to do. Last time, my biggest mistake was probably letting Alistair duel Loghain. If I don't do that, will more choices open up to me? I hope so. I hope so. So I think I'll just do the talking bits, I'll do the same thing and we'll see what happens.
My lords and ladies of the Landsmeet.
Bringing a dog here.
Loghain would have us give up our freedoms, our traditions, out of fear.
Yeah, we can skip this.
Tell us, Warden. What do they offer you? How much is the price of Ferelden honor now?
I'm not the one who betrayed Ferelden.
Some of us are curious, Loghain, about precisely what happened at Ostagar.
So, one of Kaelin's killers would dare speak of betrayal. You led our king to his death with your grandiose tales of griffins flying into battle.
Actually, can I do other options here? Are they all the same? You allowed Rendon how to imprison and torture innocents.
The Warden speaks truly. My son was taken under cover of night. The things done to him, some of them are beyond any healer's skill.
You seem pretty okay to me.
He was responsible for himself. He will answer to the Maker for any wrongs committed in this life, as must we all. But you know that. You were the one who murdered him. Whatever Hal may have done, he should have been brought before the Seneschal. There is no justice in butchering a man in his home.
Oh, I don't think we can just say anything then, because number one, Hal wasn't... Well, I'm looking at Loghain right now. Why am I talking about Hal, right? And then that gave him a chance to bring Hal, me murdering Hal, back on the table. I see. Yeah, I feel like of all of these ones, it has to be the poison Arl Eamon one, or selling elves at the Winter. Or stealing throne, the first three basically. Yeah. No? Why did you send a blood mage to poison Arl Eamon?
I assure you, Warden.
We've seen this.
My brother tells a very
Do not think the Chantry will overlook this.
You took my daughter, our queen.
I believe I can speak for myself. Lords and ladies of I would have already been killed.
Yes,
if
yes.
not for this Grey Warden.
The Queen speaks the truth.
So,
Southreach stands with
the Warden helped me personally.
Waking Sea
Dragons!
Western.
I stand by...
I stand with the Warden. The Blight is coming. We need the Grey Wardens.
You lose!
Traitors! Which of you stood against the Orlesian Emperor when his troops flattened your fields and raped your wives? You fought with us once, Eamon. You cared about this land once. Before you got too old and fat and content to even see what you risk. None of you deserve a say in what happens here. None of you have spilled blood for this land the way I have. How dare you judge me?
I thought the How one might have been a little bit shaky, but we still got here fine. Call off your men and we'll settle this honorably.
Then, let us end this. I suppose we both knew.
Yes, yes.
It shall be.
Will you face me yourself, or have you a champion?
My Mabari will be my champion.
Warden, no. I'm afraid we can't leave the fate of all Ferelden up to your dog. Anyone with a leftover ham bone could buy his allegiance. Choose someone else.
That's too bad. Fine, I'll fight.
It is you or me the men will follow. So, let us fight for it. Prepare yourself.
The more I think about it, what I'm really not okay with the outcome that I did do was not Alistair killing Loghain or Nora not wanting to marry him. It was the fact that in that one cutscene after Alistair killed Loghain, I nodded. Like, I didn't actually nod, but that's the thing that I think really messed everything over. It's completely reasonable for Nora to not want to marry the person who killed her dad. Absolutely. And Alistair, not great that he killed Loghain without really asking me, but he did. In the cutscene, he did. It's just...
It is begun.
I don't know, man. We should have discussed all this beforehand, is really what should have happened. Well, we'll see this time, right? Alistair's not the one killing Logain.
Wonderful. I underestimated you, Warden. I thought you were like Kalen, a child wanting to play at war. I was wrong. There's a strength in you that I have not seen anywhere since Marek died. I yield.
I accept your surrender.
I didn't just hear you say that. You're going to let him live? After everything he's done? Kill him already!
Wait, there is another option.
Whoa.
Batean is a warrior and general of renown. Let him be of use. Let him go through the joining.
What? Okay, this is a completely different turn of events. What the hell? You want to make him a warden? Why?
There are 3 of us in all of Ferelden, and there are compelling reasons to have as many wardens on hand as possible to deal with the archdemon.
The joining itself is often fatal, is it not? If he survives, you gain a general. If not, you have your revenge. Doesn't that satisfy you?
Absolutely not! Riordan, this man abandoned our brothers and then blamed us for the deed. He hunted us down like animals. He tortured you! How can we simply forget that?
What Alistair says is fact here, but I am a little bit taken aback by how passionate he feels about this. Because I think in our whole journey so far, in regards to the events at Ostagar, most of our conversations are centered around how Duncan died, not around how Logain betrayed us. Which, you know, both of these are the same, it's the same, what do you call it? 2 sides of the same coin, but we never talked about it in context of Logain that much. I don't remember. So I am surprised, and I'm a little bit put off that Alistair would just undermine me, or try to undermine me in the middle of us being in public like this. The whole, kill him already! I don't like that. Okay, so we have a different problem then. If I don't kill him, now Alistair is gonna throw a fit. Can I convince him? Damn, I would get stuck here too. Yeah, if I didn't have Alistair fight in my actual save, like this is where I would get stuck again. Should I kill him or should I not kill him? I think usually I do tend towards not killing people though, because, you know, from a meta perspective, if you don't kill them, you can see what they do later. And also, Mercy, I do want to take into account that Logain is a hero. He did do a lot to save Ferelden from the occupation and all that, and it's not, doesn't change that he did a bunch of bad things, but I think showing some mercy, some restraint could be good for us becoming the new rulers too. Us as in our party, not me specifically. Well, let's see. Riordan has a point. We should put him through the joining.
Joining the Wardens is an honor, not a punishment. Name him a Warden and you cheapen us all. I will not stand next to him as a brother. I won't!
It is crazy though. Riordan randomly comes out and is like, hey, why doesn't Logain become a warden? Like, what the hell? If it's that simple, then why didn't we make every single criminal we came across Grey Wardens? We should have. Every single person that we came across. Including Jowen and all that. We need all the help we can get, Alistair.
Logain is a traitor. We need him like we need to be stabbed in the back. Or have you forgotten how his being a great general didn't help the last time? I didn't want to be king. I still don't. But if that's what it takes to see Logain get justice, then I'll do it. I'll take the crown.
Listen to this. Can you see how disastrous a king he'd be? Putting his own selfish desires above the needs of his country? You can't seriously support him.
I thought the two of you were gonna marry.
And I thought the whole idea was to bring Logain to justice. Funny how plans change, isn't it?
You'd throw away a very fortunate alliance for petty revenge? Perhaps Ferelden is better off without you, Alistair.
You know, in the epilogue of our original thing, we didn't get anything about Honora. Is she just stuck in some tower somewhere? Will we ever see her again? Oh, this is difficult. We don't even get to ask them individually, hey, what's good about you? What's bad about the other person? We just have to choose immediately? And I can't even go back and be like, you know what, Alistair, you're right, let's kill Loghain. That would have been okay, right? Because I guess, yeah, Anora, it was about Alistair being the one to kill Loghain. If I kill Loghain, should be okay. But no, this would have been the path I went down if I didn't choose Alistair, because I wouldn't have killed Loghain. Oh, yeah, if I see it like this, it's hard to support Alistair. The person who chooses to break off the supposed alliance is the one who ends up looking really bad here, which is why first time around, Anora looked really bad to me, but this time Alistair looks pretty dumb to me. Dumber than usual. You're right, Anora. Take the crown.
You're siding with her? How could you do this to me? You, of all people.
I'm trying to do what's best for Ferelden.
What is wrong with you? I thought we were friends. Now you're siding with a man who killed Duncan.
What are you saying? That's not true.
Isn't it? I don't know. I'm not sure I know what's true anymore. All I know is I can't let this pass. Not and still live with myself. I guess I don't have any choice, do I? I'm leaving.
I'm afraid it's not so simple as that, Alistair.
You already got what you wanted. Your murdering father gets a place amongst the Grey Wardens. What else could you want from me?
Your life, unfortunately.
Ooh.
So long as you live, rebellions can be raised in your name. Our land cannot endure another civil war. I must call for your execution.
Oh my god. No. No, you owe me a boon. Let him go, Anora.
This is what you would ask? Very well. Though I think it a mistake. Alistair, you may leave on condition that you swear before this Landsmeet that you renounce all claim to the throne for yourself and all your heirs.
That's what it'll take, huh? Fine. I don't want anything to do with this place or any of you people. Ever. I swear it. Time for me to go. Good luck. You'll need it if he actually survives the joining.
This is extreme? I feel like I got off easy, just with Anora not wanting to get married now. Oh my god. You don't have to leave.
You heard Anora. I do, or I get to join Duncan. Nice, huh? Have fun ending the Blight. Or whatever. I guess you made your decision, right? So goodbye.
And now, lords and ladies of Ferelden,
Holy
there is still
crap.
a Blight to defeat and armies to gather, and I appoint this woman to lead us in both. We will not allow this land be further threatened by the archdemon. Gather your forces and await the Warden's command. On the morrow, we shall begin our struggle against the greatest threat Ferelden has ever faced. And we shall triumph over it, for we are Ferelden.
Oh my goodness.
You are called upon to submit yourself to the Taint for the greater good. From this moment forth, you are a Grey Warden.
I understand.
Oh. So he takes Alistair's place then?
So it's done. My father lives, and for good or ill, he is now a Grey Warden. Thank you for giving him the opportunity to undergo the ritual. It couldn't have been easy.
I'm way more not okay with this one than my original choice. Like, oh, I can't believe we just drove Alistair away like that. And Anora owing me a boon, what, because I didn't really even save her back at Arl House Castle. I guess I did by freeing her from her room, the magical room. But I could have chosen not to exercise my right and just let her execute Alistair. She knows what Alistair is, a Grey Warden, and my very good friend too. She's so practical. Maybe the exact kind of person that a ruler of a country needs, but damn, to be the one on the receiving end of that coldness is chilling. He has a lot to redeem himself for.
He does indeed. Arl Eamon has left for Redcliffe, and tells me that our armies have almost fully gathered there. I will be heading there myself. Bring your companions and join us at Redcliffe Castle as soon as you are able. You have united for Elden Warden. Now we face the Blight.
This is insane. This is for insane people. Oh my god. Who would go through with this, legitimately? I can't imagine that.
I believe I took a bad shot in that fight.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. Alistair. Unable to accept the decision to spare Logain's life, Alistair left and has not been seen since. In the end, Honora was granted the throne, and Alistair walked out of the Landsmeet chamber, never to be seen again. Oh my... wow! I wonder what Arl Eamon thinks of this. Logain, he was defeated. What the hell? What do my people think of this? Dude, Logain's in my party! What the... Oh my... Oh, straight up replacing Alistair? I feel like I'm gonna faint. Oh my god.
I got a moment, sure.
No. Okay, I mean, this is not the Landsmeet anymore, but clearly we have to go to the party camp and see what people say about this. What the hell? Oh, he's here! I was like, where is he? Where is he? Are you serious?
Yes.
Yes.
Is this... You even stand in the same spot as Alistair? Are you for real?
I did not
No.
no matter why you did it. And the crows, we do not... I intend to see this through to the...
Is nobody gonna say anything about Alistair being gone?
Well, aren't you sweet and attentive?
Oh my god, is this for real? I don't see anybody making a fuss.
I passed your test. Fate has a twisted sense of humor, it seems. I suppose you think I'm some sort of monster. More so since I survived your ritual. You keep striking at me, and I just refuse to die decently.
If I despise you, it's because you deserve it.
Ah, now there's the venom I expected. Well, is that it? Surely you've more to say to me than that. Go on, try out all the curses and insults you know. I'll teach you some new ones if they don't suffice.
He's pissing me off. He's pissing me off. Even after this, we spared his life basically by letting him join. And he's not even thankful or groveling at the ground. No, you're awfully smug for a failure.
Oh, now that actually struck a glancing blow. Good work. And now what? Am I to be some trophy of your victory? The defeated enemy you drag about on a leash wherever you go? Or have you some worse fate in mind for me?
You cost me Alistair, you know.
Yes, well, you can thank me for that later. I don't know what concession you want from me, Warden. I expect my word will not satisfy you.
Well, I mean, I am mad at him, but... Oh wow, I can't imagine. If you did the Landsmeet earlier, could you still do other side quests? And have him walk around and commentate on the place? Holy crap. Yeah, I mean, I've spit enough venom at him. Do we actually have to, like, try to trust him? Well, we have to, because for the big fight, I need to know you have my back. And that I have yours if you have mine, because that's for the good of Ferelden. And you're all about that, aren't you? I need to know I can trust you.
Nothing I can say will prove that. Either I will be worthy of trust, or I won't. I think it's time we got to the point here. What do you want from me? My execution was all but arranged. If you'd wanted me dead, you could have had your wish at the Landsmeet. I assume, then, that you have something else in mind.
I was granting you mercy. I didn't actually want you. I didn't actually want you. You tell me. What do you want?
What I want? What an odd question. I want to ride back to Denerim and sit in the war room and find no empty chairs at the table. I want to lose, nothing else. I want a line clearly drawn that I can defend. I want an end to this war. All of this can rightly be called my fault. Whether or not you can do better remains to be seen. But if you can make this the end, Warden, I will follow you, I swear it.
Oh, he can stay in the camp, but we don't have to bring him. Well, in the last fight, he'll automatically be there anyway. You're going to have to prove your worth here.
I never doubted that. We should speak no more of this at present. Time's wasting.
I think I'm a little bit more shocked that nobody else... Oh, we even have like an approval meter for him. Are you kidding me? Ew. Ew. My god, I can't believe Alistair just... Ah. Damn. That's so crazy. Well, I want to see his equipment. Kind of. Yeah, I'm a little bit more surprised that no one is commenting on how Alistair left. River Dane, huh?
Did you want something?
Were you really going to kill Anora?
Anora always did have a flair for the dramatic. She could have been a bard.
You didn't answer my question.
It's a foolish question. I'm sure you think me capable of every sort of evil, but Anora is my only child.
Just like how Anora can't bear the thought of marrying somebody who killed her father. He wouldn't do it. Well, they're all people. People's interpersonal relationships, how they treat others at a, interpersonal level versus how they treat decisions relating to how to rule a country, how to rule a place. We can think he's a very messed up, awful, incompetent ruler, but he doesn't have to be a monster with his own child. So I broke into the royal palace for nothing?
Well, I'm sure having you come to her rescue gave Anora no small amount of pleasure. But enough about Anora. We ought to get moving.
I thought that was Arl Howe's castle. That was the Arl of Denerim's estate. And I thought Howe was doing it without you knowing? You were just holding her there? Well, she didn't like it. Even if you didn't kill her, it's not like imprisoning her is, like, that much better. I wanted to ask you something first.
Very well, then.
Why do you hate Orlais so much?
Hate doesn't describe it. I've seen painted, masked lords beat an old farmer to death with riding crops. To this day, I don't know why. Is that hate? I saw good, sensible men fight armored chevaliers with nothing. No weapons, no armies, not even hope of success to see the occupation end. Is that hate?
We never really got any material on it, but I assume during the occupation, Ferelden people were treated like fourth-class citizens and not well. But the Warden, me, I'm like 18. I don't know any of that. And to say that it was all in the past seems a bit naive. It sounds like hate to me.
You won't believe me when I tell you this, but it doesn't matter. I never fought because I hated Orlais. This was for Merrick and for Ferelden.
You started a civil war for Ferelden?
I didn't want to start a war, I wanted to stop one.
But you started one.
I failed. So I suppose my intentions don't amount to much. In any case, there's no use discussing this. We have much work left to do.
The worst combination possible. He loves Ferelden, but is unable to accept that anybody else's ideas could help. His idea of how to save Ferelden is the only correct one. No.
Very well, then.
What would you have done if you'd won?
I suppose that depends on how much of the kingdom was left by then. Once the border was secure, the army would have regrouped to push back the Darkspawn in the south.
But the border was in no danger. Oh, I want to ask about the throne. And the throne?
There was never any question in my mind that Anora would remain on the throne. After all, who else was there? Marek had no brothers or sisters. Most of the Therans were publicly hung by Megran when he took power. In any case, there's no use discussing this. We have much work left to do.
You say you would leave Anora on the throne, but you're regent and you were basically making all the decisions already. Were you gonna give all the power back to her? I kind of find that hard to believe too.
Very well then.
How well did you know King Merrick?
He was my friend. If he'd wanted to conquer the Fade, I would have led the charge.
Yet you would kill your friend's child? Why didn't he acknowledge Alistair?
He nearly did. Merrick was never one to avoid his duty, and given his preference, he would have acknowledged his son no matter the circumstance. But he had more than his honor to think of. It would have ruined Rowan, after all. She'd be reduced to a concubine in the eyes of our neighbors and put Kaelin's status as heir in question. So Merrick made the hard choice. Eamon offered to raise the boy, and that was that.
That's it? But Kaelin took a peasant's daughter as queen. But it was your daughter, though, and Logain is not a farmer anymore.
I was turned by then, and a general. You can buy respect through birth or by bloodshed, I've found. But we've been idle long enough. We should get moving.
How did you meet Merrick?
I was hunting, well, poaching, to be entirely honest, when a boy my own age came stumbling out of the woods. He was so dirty, you'd have thought he'd been dug up out of the ground.
What happened then?
He was bloody, exhausted, and obviously being hunted. I offered to take him to my father's camp.
And that boy was Merrick?
Yes. I didn't find out who he was for a while, though. But I've rattled on for too long already. We should get moving.
How sad. The story of a farm boy raised alongside a king, kind of. They met, and then he rose to becoming a Terran, and now this. What made Merrick such a great king?
There are men who inspire such devotion that everyone around would lay down their lives for him. And there are men who would come and go from this world, and no one notes it. What makes them so? Your guess is as good as mine. Merrick was remarkable. That's all I can say of him.
Why are you not at all like him?
Very well then.
What was Anora like as a child?
So far as anyone could tell, she was the undisputed monarch of the whole world. She'd fall, skin her knees, and command them to stop stinging. It may have worked, too.
So why did you not let her rule then? Like, you became regent. She should have been regent. She was queen. She can rule in place of Kaelin. I can't imagine Anora with skin knees either. Did she have many friends?
Gwarren sits in between the Brazilian forest and the sea. It's far from the old Tevinter roads. The village by our keep was never even as big as Redcliffe. There were always a few children around. Charcoal burners, sons and daughters mostly, or the children of servants. They formed into noisy gangs in the courtyard for their games. But Anora never joined them.
Why not?
I don't know. Children are in some ways vicious animals, forming packs and defending them from outsiders. Anora was always an outsider. If you're expecting some particular insight into my daughter's character, I'm afraid I'm probably not the best source. I'm hardly impartial.
Anora... her upbringing could have to do with how... I mean, both Logan and Anora, they grew up poor. They had to fight for what they had. So that definitely would color their perspectives on things, to the point that their decisions are mostly going to be based on survivability, practicality, things like that. Are you and Anora close?
I think you already know the answer to that. But this is not really the time or place to discuss my daughter. We have work to do.
I mean, close enough that you would care if the other one died, but at the same time, not really.
Very well then.
Okay.
Of course.
And that's it?
Did you want something? Of course.
I wonder if it might be worth giving him like one of those crazy 50... I mean, since we're here anyway, give him those like
You and your friends are
big
formidable
gifts and see if he's like, you know, Warden, I haven't really been with you for that long, but you know, I think you're a really great friend. I would barf. I would barf if that happened. I don't know what he likes, but I know the thoughtful gifts probably... sugar cake? These ones are good. Spam it on him and see if he's like, wow, you're so great. Morrigan. I wonder if Morrigan would say something about Alistair.
Thanks.
This is insane. What? That's it, thanks.
Thanks. Thanks. Thanks.
Okay, warm. Let's see if this does anything.
I suppose I shouldn't be surprised at your success. You beat me. Perhaps you can do this after all.
What does that mean?
Nothing. Don't mind me. Do you want something? I suppose I have a moment.
Do you think Honora will make a great queen?
Honora is a good queen. She has been for 5 years now.
Then why did you take power from her?
Whatever she might think, I never took power from Honora. She may have felt threatened, but I most pointedly did not remove her from the throne. In all seriousness, Honora is formidable. You should know that by now.
Yeah, and you made yourself regent, though. If you actually thought that, you would just let her do her thing. Why did you become regent? That makes no sense. Will the bands follow her?
They always have before. Few among the nobles have ever been under any illusions as to who really held power in Denerim. Honora is strong enough to endure. She may make a few mistakes along the way, but she'll survive them. But this isn't the time to discuss such things.
Talk about something else.
By all means. Of course.
Weird, we're like talking to... Oh, -5. Talking to Logan about his daughter and all that. Logan has defined himself by the borders he seeks to maintain and expand. He is ever the tactician and likes poring over maps, both ancient and modern. Do I have any maps on me? I know I had a few. But not right now. They're probably all at Soldier's Peak. Whatever, I don't care enough about you to go get it. He is getting warmer though. That's gross. We're like speed running his arc. Which, at this point, I mean, this is the end of the game though. I'm not sure how much you're supposed to be able to...
Thanks.
Get with him.
Thanks. Do you want something? I suppose...
He's warmer already. He's like, hey, you want something? Which is... I don't think I could bear this for like an actual playthrough. Maybe as an exploration to what choices we can do, but this is insane. Not the part that we have him. The part about kicking out Alistair.
Do you want something? Of course.
I guess that's it. Okay, sure. Morgan, do you really not care? Does anybody care about Alistair not being here?
What comes, my friend?
Oh my goodness.
So...
Yeah. I think one thing that, it was okay. Whenever we went to places and people's companion dialogues played, that's when it felt the strongest, but I wish people interacted with each other more than just with me. Like, I don't want to be the central piece keeping everything together. I want to be just one among the group. But right now, it's really felt, like I really feel it that I'm the center pin, the linchpin, because no one's reacting to Alistair leaving.
Do you want some?
Okay, that's it. Well, that was a interesting exploration, I suppose. Interesting enough to have Alistair leave us? Probably not. Let's get back to the Landsmeet. Let's try this one. If you want to fight Logan, you'll get one. Not an honorable duel. Oh! Oh damn, it's like the entire freaking place. Oh shoot, there's people up there. I have Troy with me. We're gonna be okay. For some reason I can't unpause. What the hell? What the frick is going... Oh, there we go. That was weird, I couldn't unpause. Guess I'll get you first. Oh! Troy! He's dead! He's already dead! Oh, you know what? We should get the mages first, probably. As per usual. Yeah, he killed the dude, man.
Make her guide my
Do I actually have to kill everybody or just Loghain? I get the feeling it's just Loghain. But the mage is certainly annoying. So we should get him or something too. Oh, get the mage. Stun him.
Yes.
Oh, Loghain is stunned. Double stun this guy. Okay, let's roll. Oh, goodness, Troy using his own potions. They grow up so fast.
Very well.
We're good, we're good. Everyone's doing good. Loghain, come back here. Where did all the bands go? Where did Arl Eamon go?
I never liked this part.
Get over here, Loghain. Whoa, I'm low on health.
I shall do it.
Didn't even realize. Don't touch my dog, Loghain. You're crossing a line if you do that. Things are getting a little bit crazier now. With so many people here. There's one guard. Loghain's one guard. Oh, Troy! How dare you? We're wasting stamina on the pommel strike.
In the Maker's name, stop! We will have order.
Agreed. Let there be no further bloodshed in the Landsmeet.
Alistair's right to the throne is challenged. His challenger's honor is in doubt. In the past, such disputes were settled by duel.
What?
Will the Landsmeet agree?
Yes, if it will avoid further bloodshed. But it must be fought according to
We have to do the duel again?
By strength of arms only, in single combat until one party yields. Do you accept the terms?
Oh. What if we refuse? Because we've already seen the accept. No, we refuse.
My friend, reconsider. Even if we defeat Loghain and all his allies here, we still cannot put Alistair on the throne. We cannot move the army against the Blight. If we are to salvage anything from this Landsmeet, we must accept the duel.
After what he's done, Loghain will fight a fair duel?
Though you may count my honor as worth less than nothing, Warden, we are standing before the nobles of Ferelden. They will judge us both by our actions here.
What if I still say no? No, this is crazy.
I don't think we have a choice.
Oh no!
I'll accept the challenge.
Alistair,
Then
no!
let us test the mettle of our would-be king. Prepare yourself!
No, we don't need to see this again.
If we are to salvage anything from this Landsmeet, we must accept the duel.
The nobles will really let us fight decide Ferelden's future?
Why not? It's been done in the past. How do you think King Calenhad got his crown in the first place?
We're not that different from the dwarves. Fine, we'll accept.
Will you face me yourself, or have you a champion?
Okay, I'll fight it.
It is you or me the men will follow. So, let us fight for it. Prepare yourself. I yield.
You'll die for what you've done.
Wait, there is another option.
Oh.
Patean is a warrior and general of renown. Let him be of use. Let him go through the joining.
No, that's crazy.
There are too few of us. It's not a matter of what we like, it's a matter of what we must do. Our duty is to slay the archdemon. We aren't judges. Kinslayers, blood mages, traitors, rebels, Carter thugs, common bandits, anyone with the skill and the mettle to take up the sword against the Darkspawn is welcome among us. There are 3 of us in all of Ferelden, and there are compelling reasons to have as many wardens on hand as possible to deal with the archdemon.
The joining itself is often fatal, is it not?
Mm-hmm, we've heard all of this.
If you gain a general, if not, you have your revenge.
Absolutely not! Riordan, this man abandoned our brothers and then blamed us for the deed. He hunted us down like animals. He tortured you. How can we simply forget that?
We do take whoever we can as Grey Wardens, but it's that because in Ferelden it was only me and Alistair and neither of us knew how to do the joining. Nobody could join, but now that Riordan's here, that changes. No. Loghain has to die for his crimes.
You can't do this. My father may have been wrong, but he is still a hero to the people.
Honora. Hush. It's over.
Stop treating me like a child. This is serious.
Daughters never grow up, Honora. They remain 6 years old with pigtails and skinned knees forever.
Father.
Oh.
Just make it quick, Warden. I can face the Maker knowing that Ferelden is in your hands.
I really don't think this is ideal. My ideal outcome is we defeat Loghain and then we take him to a jail or something. We judge him more another day. At least we don't kill people in front of their daughters. Why? This is so cruel. Do we have to do this? We're not dwarves. Oh my god, they're so mean, laying another trap here for me. Hey, Alistair, you should be the one to do it. Very well. This is so cruel. Honora would hate me forever. Oh. Oh my gosh.
So it is decided. Alistair will take his father's throne.
Wait, what? No. When did this get decided? Nobody's decided that. Have they?
So much for our plan to rule together. If Alistair would rather not have the throne, I am more than willing to take it.
I hardly think you're the appropriate person to mediate this, Honora. Warden, will you help us?
So you shouldn't have any qualms about this, right? Even though your dad still did die. If Loghain lives, they can't get married because Alistair will leave. If Loghain dies, but not by Alistair's hand, then they can't get married? Yes, I can settle this.
As the arbiter of this dispute, what is your decision? Who will lead Ferelden?
Me! Oh, I forgot. That would actually be me. I believe Alistair and Honora plan to marry and rule jointly.
We do. I believe this is what King Merrick wanted. To see his blood tied to my father's to begin a new line of Ferelden kings.
But I mean, I did swear an oath. What I mean is, I'm all for founding a new line of kings. But, well, there's the Blight.
What the king is trying to say, my lords and ladies, is that he will be taking the field with his fellow Grey Warden to do battle with the archdemon.
Yes. That.
Until then, I shall stay in Denerim and rule in my husband's absence, as I did for Kaelin. But I trust Alistair shall reach a more heroic ending.
My fellow Grey Warden will, I hope, take Loghain's place as the leader of my armies. Shall we finish this thing together?
From a personal development point of view, maybe it's better that Alistair becomes king by himself because with Honora around, he's gonna be bumbling like an idiot forever. Oh. I could do no less, my king.
Everyone, get ready to march! It's going to take all of Ferelden's strength to survive this blight. But we will face it, and we'll defeat it!
Ferelden is depending on you all.
Wow, that's a... this sequence of events is very hard for me to do. Just thinking about my own decision-making.
You made me king. After all this is over with, they're actually going to put me on the throne. I'm going to be the king.
Congratulations on your engagement, by the way.
Congratulations? Congratulations? Why would you do this to me? How could you? I've done nothing but regret my blood since the day I was born. I don't want this. I never wanted this. I hate the very idea of it. I thought we were friends. You knew how I felt about this, yet you went ahead and did it anyway. Why?
Well, we had an agreement already. It's not like You make it sound like I just sprung this on you last minute, but we discussed this before, and you believed that this was the best option as well. We are friends, this is a good thing. I haven't been treating him like a friend. You'd prefer that Honora ruled on her own?
Yes, well, no. She would have executed me, so that would have been bad.
Oh, you knew.
I've just never thought of myself as a leader. I'm going to make a terrible king, you have to know that. How can I make decisions that are going to affect the lives of everyone in the kingdom? I guess I don't really have a choice in this now, do I?
Yeah.
I'll do my best, of course, and I expect that you'll be there to help me, right?
You won't need my help, Alistair.
You're the one who got me into this mess. And besides, where else would you go? We're a team.
Exactly. Then what about the Grey Wardens?
Well, that option isn't really open to me anymore, is it? I'm going to be king whether I like it or not. Grey Warden or no. And if I can be an exception, then so can you. As a matter of fact, I insist.
You can make the rules. Okay, well, I'll have to think about it.
That's good enough for me. Arleman has left for Redcliffe. He says the army has gathered there and is almost ready to march. As soon as we're ready, we should head to Redcliffe ourselves. The Blight awaits, right?
What about Honora? I want to talk to Honora. Don't just treat it like Honora is... Yeah, Alistair's mad, but at least he's here! At least he's here, right? So we don't get to talk to Honora again?
Better not catch you trying
okay. Well, what about the last option? What if I choose the crap options? Yes, let's talk about loyalty. To Alistair, your king.
I knew Merrick. And if he had another son, he would have acknowledged it openly.
Wow!
In fact, none of us had heard of any other heirs to the throne until you arrived, Warden. I doubt that's accidental.
We just talked to him, so we know exactly that this is a lie. Merrick knew about it, you knew about it, everybody knew about it. Convenient for you to kill the only legitimate heir, then.
Must we listen to these baseless accusations? Some of us would like to discuss the matters at hand. You goaded him into making that charge. He believed the tales, Warden. He thought your handful of men would turn the tide for him. Strategy and consequences be hanged. What would you have me do? Kaelin's was not the only life in my hands. Should I have sacrificed the entire army for his mistake? Do not imagine that you can shame me with Kaelin's death. He was Marik's son, my king. No one regrets his loss more than I do.
Yeah, for the right stuff, we need to focus on stuff with evidence, not appealing to stuff like, oh, you left him to die, because there is some wiggle room there for him. Which one is crap? Then you should atone by supporting Merrick's remaining son.
Indeed. Do we not owe it to Merrick to see his son on the throne?
If he were a true son of Merrick, I would not hesitate to swear fealty to him. But I see nothing of Merrick in this pup. But enough of this. I have a question for you, Warden. What have you done with my daughter?
What are you talking about?
You took my daughter, our queen, by force. Killing her guards in the process. What arts have you employed to keep her? Does she even still live?
I believe I can speak for myself.
Yada yada yada.
Lords and ladies, I would have already been killed, if not for this Grey Warden.
Listen to Honora! Logain is power mad!
So, the Warden's influence...
Southreach.
The Warden helped me personally.
Waking Sea...
Dragons!
Western Hills is with you.
I'm with Logain. Who else could defeat the Blight? Logain, I'm with you!
This bodes ill for us all.
Ah, see, we did poorly this time, and they like Logain better. What happens now?
The Landsmeet has spoken. Following these Grey Wardens has cost us our king. We must not allow it to cost us our country. I charge Eamon, Alistair, and this Warden with treason. Someone escort my daughter back to her room. Take the traitors outside to await execution.
To arms! We will not be taken without a fight!
What, and then after... Oh, and then it probably goes back to the whole, like, stop everybody! That kind of thing. Yo, what's wrong with the pausing menu here? It keeps pausing.
Ferelden!
Let's just kill Loghain then, hurry up.
In the Maker's name, stop! We will have order.
Agreed. Let there be no further bloodshed in the Landsmeet.
Alistair's right to the throne is challenged.
Yes, if it will avoid... Do you accept the terms?
Doesn't matter who starts the brawl, they stop it. Okay, okay. The same thing here.
It is you or me.
Loghain's dead? Yes, I can settle this.
As the arbiter of this dispute, what is your decision? Who will lead Ferelden?
Me and Alistair. Alistair will be king and I'll rule beside him.
Good choice.
What?
Aurora, the Landsmeet has decided against you. You must now swear fealty to our king and relinquish all claim to the throne for yourself and your heirs.
If you think I will swear that oath, Eamon, you know nothing of me.
Alistair would rather be married to me? You'll have to do something about her, Alistair.
What kind of something?
Kill
We cannot
her!
leave Ferelden in a state of civil war. We must have unity. If she will not swear fealty to you, Alistair, and renounce her claim to the throne, she is a threat to us all.
What do you want me to do exactly? Kill her? I can't do that. I guess... Put her in the tower for now. Lock her up. Maybe we can find somewhere to send her. Later.
Thank you, Alistair. You show me mercy that I would not have shown you.
No kidding.
Very well then. Guards, take her away.
Now, this is the same, but I'm curious about the part about where I marry you.
Your Highness, would you address the Landsmeet?
Oh, that would be me, right? I never knew him, but from all I've heard of my father, what defined him was his commitment to protecting this land.
Get to the blight already.
I was getting there. Anyway, the blight, yes. I may be Merrick's son, but I am also a Grey Warden. I took an oath. I swore I would stand and fight the Darkspawn, no matter the cost to myself. I can't break that oath just to wear the crown. I have to go with my fellow Warden to face the Blight. When the Blight is over, I'll come back and take up my duties, whatever they are, as king. Until then, I think Al Eamon will have to be my regent.
Oh, we didn't get to hear this before.
Merrick's memory no less honor than you do. I accept. And may the Maker bless your efforts against the Darkspawn.
My fellow Grey Warden will, I hope, take Loghain's place as the leader of my armies. Shall we finish this thing together?
Yes, honey. Have them get the armies moving.
Right. The Blight is coming. Nobody can deny that now. Everyone, get ready to march! It's going to take all of Ferelden's strength to survive this Blight. But we will face it, and we'll defeat it! We'd better get going. Ferelden is depending on us.
I'm a little bit surprised Anora didn't throw a fit about this. She didn't react to this at all. She should have, because this is insane.
So, strange story. Tell me if you've heard this one. This fella gets made king, and then gets engaged. All on the same night.
You aren't angry, are you?
I'm not thrilled with the idea of being king. I never wanted it, I told you that. Yet here I am. Not much to be done now. I suppose I'm more curious about, you know, the engagement. Is that what you really want?
No, but it's what we have to do to protect the country and all that, right? This is, there's an added layer of, remember how Alistair used to like me, but I chose Liliana? So to him, this might actually be a good thing. Let's keep it ambiguous. Why? Do you object to the idea?
Not really, I just thought... We're friends, that's all. It just seems a bit... strange. They'll expect an heir, you know.
Ooh.
With the taint in our blood, it's hard enough for a Grey Warden to have a child on their own. For two of them, every Grey Warden I knew who had children, had them before they took the joining. Having an heir might not be possible.
We'll ask Morgan. Whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Yes, of course, you're right. I just have this need to shove my foot in my mouth sometimes. You know how it is. I suppose this is something we'll just have to deal with later. My coronation isn't going to happen for some time yet, and we've still the Darkspawn to fight. Our leman has left for Redcliffe, and he says the armies have almost finished gathering there. We should go to Redcliffe as soon as possible. If we don't deal with the archdemon soon, it'll get cranky, and nobody wants that.
He's in a considerably better mood than before. -5, not -10. Yeah, but yeah, first conversation about getting engaged and he's already thinking about sex. Typical. But what about my girlfriend? So I don't know if it's a sign of anything, but my game crashed literally 6 times in a row trying to go from Denerim to the camp. Are they saying I shouldn't talk to Liliana?
I heard about you and Alistair. I don't know what to say.
This is for Veralden. Alistair will be a good king.
Yes, he will have you by his side. And if he doesn't already, he will learn to love you. How? How could he not? I will always be here for you. For both of you.
Oh! I thought there might be a distinction between a political marriage and someone I'm actually interested in. But that would... me marrying Alistair and somehow still maintaining my relationship with Liliana, that's not very fair to her either, though. Oh, that's it?
I know that look. You have something on your mind, don't you?
Oh, we need to talk.
Of course.
I'm sorry I had to end it.
Don't apologize. It is something you felt you needed to do. I cannot question that. And life goes on, yes? I will be all right. Come, let's move on.
Oh. She doesn't even disapprove of me. She doesn't... Oh. Oh, but we reverted back to being friends. What an angel, though! She doesn't even get upset with me. I would get upset with me. I didn't talk about it with her at all or anything. Oh, that's... Oh! Man, that's painful! Oh. Yeah, I'm just gonna destroy the save. This never happened. Goodbye.
Father,
Lenora.
we will need to talk, now that you've survived.
I would give it some time, my dear. That may sort itself out very soon, after all.
Don't wait too long, then.
You are the queen. Do as you were meant to. Nothing could please me more.
Oh, it sounds like they have some sort of a secret plan brewing. Hey, before we end off for real, I just remembered something extremely cursed and I want to see if it's gonna happen. I'm back to my very first choice in this video here, where...
Let's see what this Riordan has to say.
We save Loghain over Alistair. Do you see what I want to see here already?
Let's see what this Riordan has to say.
So blah blah blah.
You're both here.
He'll tell me
You're
that
new to the Grey...
we need to sacrifice ourselves.
Have you ever wondered why the archdemon may be slain?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. With... But in...
Riordan will do it.
So it will.
And then, my god.
Very well.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh.
Do not be alarmed. It is only I.
Don't you have your own bedroom?
I decided that it was time we spoke. I have a plan.
Oh my goodness.
A way out. The loop in your hole.
The loop in your hole, alright.
I know what happens when the archdemon dies. I know a Grey Warden must be sacrificed, and that sacrifice could be you. I have come to tell you that this does not need to be.
And how do you know about this?
I know a great many things. How I know is not quite as important as what I am offering you, however. I offer a way out. A way out for all the Grey Wardens, that there need be no sacrifice. A ritual, performed on the eve of battle, in the dark of night.
suspicious. What sort of ritual is this?
It is old magic, from a time before the Circle of Magi was created. Some might call it blood magic, but that is but a name. There is far more to fear in this world than names.
And from where did you get this ritual, Morgan?
From Flemeth, of course. I have known about it for some time.
Then tell me more.
What I propose is this.
Oh my god!
Convince Loghain to lay with me here tonight. And from this ritual, a child shall be conceived within me. The child will bear the taint, and when the archdemon is slain, its essence will seek the child like a beacon. At this early stage, the child can absorb that essence and not perish. The archdemon is still destroyed with no Grey Warden dying in the process.
Oh my goodness. Ugh. This is how you can tell the ritual doesn't really have anything to do with personal feelings. Nothing like, oh, maybe Morgan secretly likes Alistair and is trying to concoct something to sound plausible so that she can get with him. No, because who the hell would want to get with Loghain? Are you insane? This is your plan?
Think about what I offer you. In return, after this is done, you allow me to walk away, and you do not follow. Ever. The child will be mine to raise as I wish.
What? You actually think Loghain will agree to this?
Because he is bound to obey you, he
Is
will
he?
comply. Consider the alternative. If Riordan fails, do you think Loghain will hesitate? He will die, redeemed as the hero he wished to be, rather than the villain he deserves to be. And you? Will they remember you, do you think? Or will you be just another Grey Warden who accompanied the great Loghain? If you would rather, consider Leliana. What do you think
No, I
she
don't want to
would
think of a
advise
Leliana.
if she knew the life of her beloved was at risk? I think you know. I think you have many good reasons to tell him to save his own life.
Okay,
A wise decision.
Okay. Wow. How old is Loghain? Enora? Morgan? How old is Morgan? Maybe like mid-20s? Young around our age, right? And Enora is the same way, and then Loghain is like literally Enora's dad, which means, I don't want to think about it. Let's see it.
I'm surprised you're still awake. I was also surprised to see the marsh witch outside your room earlier, glowering quite intensely even for she. Is something amiss?
Morgan brought me an offer, actually.
And it involves me in some capacity?
I'm asking you to sleep with Morgan.
Of everything I might have thought you would ask of me, that is indeed the very last.
It will prevent one of us from dying tomorrow.
I see. I should never underestimate your capacity to do the unexpected, but this seems a stretch even for you. So, you intend to save us from the archdemon through, this ritual? What kind of magic demands such an act?
He is older, he's not like Alistair being like, what the hell? But this is still quite shocking for anybody, I imagine. I won't lie to you, it will produce a child. Which will become Enora's half-sibling? Wow. Actually, that in itself is kinda... wow. If the child can also be the Warden's child, then wow, this child can have many origins. I won't lie to you, it'll produce a child.
A child? With me as the father and the marsh witch as the mother? I cannot think of anything more ludicrous, nor why you or she would even be interested in such an outcome.
Special interests, don't judge. I just want to survive!
So you have said. Even so, none of this is necessary. If Riordan fails, simply let me take that final blow. Let me make amends for what I've done, if it comes to that.
Oh, he's resistant to it. Even if that's what you want, it may not be an option.
That may be true. I could die before ever reaching the dragon. Still, this is unwise. Do not ask me to be a part of it.
I'm not doing a very good job of persuading him, because I wasn't doing the good options. I believe this is necessary, but I'll leave it up to you.
You could order me to obey you, yet you do not. If this is truly what you think is wise, then I will do as you ask. Let us find the Marsh Witch and do this thing quickly before I change my mind.
Am I gonna have to gouge my eyes out after this?
'Twould seem your talk is done.
The witch wishes to get right to the point, it seems.
What is it to be, then? Has a decision been reached?
Loghain has agreed to your request.
Not so quickly. I have a question about this child that will supposedly be born of this.
He asks about the kid.
Interesting. Honesty wouldn't have been my first choice.
I will do this, only if I can be sure that this child will not be used to plague Ferelden. Anora does not need a little brother to appear and lay a claim on her throne.
The child will never know of its father, and I will never return to Ferelden. That I swear.
I will accept that.
Never.
Let us go somewhere more private, Loghain. This will not take long at all.
Is that a dig at him? Oh! Oh! Is this really happening? Oh my... Wow. Suddenly I'm very okay with my first choice of Alistair as king. Everything we've seen in this video just seems so... Well, thank you for joining me with the alternative choices of the Landsmeet. Well, let's never speak of this again. Bye.